Hey everyone, it's Traceface. I apologize in advance for my voice. I've got a pretty bad cold here. I was gonna wait, and if it's really bad, I might just decide to shut this video down and try again, because my voice sounds so crappy to the point where I have a microphone, I have headphones, I have a platform to try to put this material on, but I'm just so inclined and inspired to do this topic today. Because why? This is clearly an area where so many people I'm working with are struggling. Okay, they're struggling, and it might be clients that I've had that came out of narcissistic abuse that are now getting into relationships and have all these questions, or are repeating are having doing repeat patterns, or not recognizing some of these things, you guys, that I'm about to dive into. And again, I apologize in advance that my voice sounds like I smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. I do not, but I did. I'm going to try my best to get through this material and sound okay enough to do it. I do have some more sessions upcoming. And I wanted to just try to take the time to get this topic in tonight. And I've got plenty more topics with hopefully the use of my microphone and headphones and good stuff coming up for you guys that I'm working on. Nate and I worked on stuff yesterday together for like hours, literally. And so I'm excited to step it up a notch here. But for all purposes of trying to get this video, I did want to talk to you guys about things. Now, for many of you might be new to my channel. My story is quite complex, but I was married for 7 years, 6 years, 7 years together, I think. And I have some things to share. I have some knowledge from somebody that's been married and divorced. And I would like to be able to provide you guys with the countless experiences I've had, and the information that is brought to me, and the awareness brought to me by my clients about relationships and about what is happening out there. And tonight's purpose, and the whole purpose of this topic, is that I would like for you guys to understand what makes and breaks relationships. Okay, so let me dive right into this topic for you today. I want to first start out by saying many of you are doing this thing, okay, where you are doing too much too soon. Too much too soon. You meet somebody that you like, you get all like goo goo gaga about this person. You jump right in. You jump all in head first right away, okay? And I came across this TikTok video a few weeks ago, and this girl was complaining, and part of my language, she was bitching and moaning about that she had just given 3 weeks of her life, to this person, and they were spending all this time together, and she was connecting to this person, and she felt something for this person, and she really thought that the connection was there, and that it was amazing, and that they felt something for her too. And obviously, without her saying it, we know that they did the deed, right? We know that this was going on just by the way she was talking about. They were getting up in the morning and doing these things together. So you can put 2 and 2 together, right? And she's saying all of a sudden, he ghosted her. Yeah. Okay. Too much, too soon. This is the first mistake people are making when they're going out there and trying to meet somebody and trying to get into a relationship. It is just, you're going all in. You're trying to show this person that you're interested, that you're available, that you're committed, that you're faithful. You're trying to show all of your best qualities, but what you're doing is you are not leaving any room for the relationship to actually evolve and grow on its own. There's no mystery to you. You're kind of just like all out there with like hey, this is who I am. And it's guys, it's called too much too soon. And there's no need for this whatsoever. Okay. Slow down, slow, slow it way down. Okay. And enjoy the ride, guys. Enjoy the ride when you're first dating. This is not a race. Okay. Dating is not a race to hurry up, land a person, get the person, to stop dating other people, get in a relationship, put the status online. This is not how it's done. You guys got to take it back 20 notches and literally take your time to get to know someone. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, you will weed out the men from the boys and the girls from the women. You will be able to do this just by your pace alone. You know what a pace, you know what it simplifies? You know what it symbolizes? I don't know what that word was. I like to make up words, as you see. You know what it symbolizes is that you have respect. You respect this person, so you're willing to make the time to get to know them the right way. And making the time to get to know somebody is not jumping into bed with somebody. That's where you guys are making your mistakes. Sorry, guys. That's where you guys are making your mistakes. That's why you're getting ghosted a lot of times. Now, that's not every time. Some people are just, crap human beings, and they like to ghost people. They like to play games, and they like to do these things. But again, if you didn't go all in and you weren't so intimate with even your feelings, your past, this is where we've all made these mistakes. We start talking about our past right away. We start talking about all these things. We're so happy to connect with someone. We feel so good and vulnerable and happy, and it's exciting. Don't make this mistake. You can still have the happy, exciting, all of that building up as you are not oversharing. You are not going all in right away. You are literally being very cautious and letting things naturally happen. Okay, so that's the first mistake that people are making. The second one I'm going right into right now is oversharing. Ask yourself this question. Should I save this conversation for my therapist or my partner or someone that I see as my future partner? Should I not be talking about this right now? Would that make that person feel sort of uncomfortable, or like that you're not over your past? Or should I divulge in how I'm feeling? If you're not ready, and your partner is smart, if you're not ready to date, your potential partner will pick up on that if they are smart and they are mature, and they're going to say to themselves, this person is not ready to date, because they're talking about their ex a lot. They're talking about their past a lot. Okay. So this is, if you meet somebody decent, they're going to pick up on this stuff. Make sure you are actually ready to put yourself out there to date. Ask yourself that. Is this something I should be actually sharing with my therapist or my partner? Ask yourself if you actually should have a therapist in your life. Yes. So that you can understand time and place. This is a time I should wait and to my Thursday night appointment with my therapist and share this with them, rather than this person I'm trying to court and date and such. Okay. Don't dump things on your new partner. But also in the same respect, you don't want to put up walls either, that like you're not willing to share any parts of you. And, you don't want to do that either. But what I can tell you about this whole idea is that it's timing. It's timing. Okay. You want to, in the beginning, especially, we want to keep things to ourselves. There are certain things we need to keep to ourselves before we're ready to actually open up and share with this person, because this person has not proven yet that they are fully trustworthy and and that you want to share your past, which is very, very personal. And in some matters, you guys, you don't have to share your past with anybody at all. Why? Because that's back there. There's nothing anywhere that says, oh, open up and tell this person everything you were and used to be and what you used to do and da. No. If you're an evolved human that has done so much inner work, that is nobody's business, to be quite frank. And there is nowhere, anywhere has it been written, divulge your past with the person that you're interested in. No, 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 no. So that goes right into the next thing, talking about your past. That's the next thing I had on here. So it was oversharing. Okay. You don't even know this person, you guys. You don't even know them. You know how long it takes to get to know somebody inside and out? A long, long time. So again, trust is earned in time. You are not supposed to be telling your life story to somebody in the beginning. If they are an unhealthy, toxic individual, they store this, okay, to use against you when the timing is correct for them. And this is why you don't do this kind of a thing. The only time you maybe would want to share your past with someone is when you have fully recognized this person is actually your friend. This person actually has your back. This person actually has your best interest at heart. And this person actually cares about you, and they've proven it. Okay. At that point, you know for certain, and you feel it in your bones that you trust them, then you maybe can talk about some of these things that have happened to you in your past. Another reason that breaks a relationship down is the next one here on my list, you allowed yourself to get physical too soon. Some of you all threw in the towel. You said to yourself and to others, hey, I'm an adult. We're two consenting adults. We can make our own decisions, and I've already been married and I've already had my life, and I can make, I'm a mature adult. And you tell yourself this. And I've got clients I'm working with in their 50s and 60s saying, hey, look, I'm not doing this waiting for marriage thing. Then why do you even say you're a believer? What's the point? Because you are not following scripture. You are not following the Bible. You are not trying something new. Guys, we've all, everybody got to this place because what we did in the past did not work. Wake up, tell your ego to literally go to hell, and tell yourself what I was doing doesn't work. Getting physical with somebody right away, or even within the confines of dating somebody through the months, no. And you can sit there. I don't care for, as many of you might say, you're old school. You don't, that's not the way it is. That the Bible is an ancient relic. Oh yeah, then why hasn't it worked up to this point? Aren't you willing to throw yourself into a place that you have never been, willing to try things you've never tried before, willing to see those results and see what can happen for you? I am a walking, talking proof right now that you have to try things the right way. And the right way is not jumping into bed with someone. Why? Because now you are connecting to somebody on a physical level, which is connecting your emotions and all of that in the wrong areas. You don't even know this person, but you know how they are in bed? Absolutely not. It doesn't work, you guys. Wake up and realize The secular ways of things aren't working for people. That's why divorce rates are now at 60. And I think they're at 60 or 70%. Yes, I'm going to get into other reasons why. It doesn't work. Take your time, enjoy the process of getting to know somebody new. You will weed out people by literally saying, I don't get physical with people. I don't do that. I want to have a friend first. I want to have a companion. I want to know that I have a companion. I want to know that I have somebody I can rely on. I want to know that, I want to know you. I want to get to know you, not you under the sheets. And it's hard. Yes, it is. I'm not saying this is not an easy thing, but I'm saying that you guys have to see that what has been going on doesn't work. So you have to be willing to try things that have been proven to work. And I've watched a lot of Christian couples online, you guys, that did things the right way, did things biblically, actually listen to the Lord's word. That's written. It's been written. And to me, those are the happiest people I have actually watched and witnessed and watched for years and years and years online. It's the truth. All right. The next reason why your relationship is not making it is you're including other people in your relationship. I see this time and time again. I hear about this in sessions. I've been through this myself. Big no on this one. Your relationship should remain between you and the other person. That's your relationship. Do not be going to friends and family about your personal relationship, whether it's because at that very time you're upset with your partner or you want some kind of advice. This is very easy to do, and many people get trapped into this, okay? Once again, maybe you should have a therapist. Maybe you should have somebody that you check in with even once a month to talk about these things. But the minute you go outside of your relationship, even to talk about something you're confused by, why does this person do this? Should I do this? Should I do that? You're giving authority to a third party into your relationship. And what happens, especially if it's family, is family will think that they have some sort of authorization to be leading your relationship and your decisions. And you'll have this sort of codependency where you're going to keep going to them and they're going to keep asking you, hey, so what happened when you had that conversation the other day with your new partner? How did it go? And you see where this leads, you guys? Okay. It's easy. It's very easy to do. But what happens when you do this kind of thing is it does not strengthen your own relationship. Okay. You could actually have somebody that thinks they're giving you the right advice in your ear, and they are actually very negative. Now they have a negative mindset themselves that maybe you haven't even picked up on within your family, and they're telling you these things in your ear, and now you got their voice in your ear. All right. They might think that, oh, well, hey, you've been through all these abusive relationships, so you shouldn't even trust your own judgment. Keep coming to me, and I'll give you everything that you need to hear. And I'm gonna be your personal therapist. I'll be your personal rock. I'll be your personal decision maker in your life. Guys, if you want a relationship to work, you have got to keep your relationship sacred. And you have to practice this entire method of personal. Okay? This is personal between me and my partner and me. Some of the stuff that you guys are going around and telling, and I've been guilty of this myself, should never, ever, ever be leaked to anyone. Always think of this. Would my partner be comfortable knowing that I'm sharing this information with my family or my friend? Codependency with other people in our lives is such a toxic thing. Okay. And it can come in very easily due to narcissistic abuse and any type of abusive relationship from your past. You will have times that you don't question your own judgment. And I'm telling you tonight that you should, okay? You should remember that your own instincts, you have to rely on your own instincts, and it all comes through development process of, therapy, coming into your own again, doing that hard inner work. And then you can trust that old inner voice within yourself that is telling you right from wrong. Okay. You're very smart, you guys that are on my channel. Excuse me. You guys that are on my channel are very, very smart, and you get it. And that's why you're all here, because we all understand this kind of thing. Next reason your relationship isn't working. You guys have heard me talk about it on the channel time and time and time again. And I'm going to keep talking about it because I am very, very passionate about this topic. And that topic is pornography. Okay. I'm not going to get into all the ways. I'm going to tell you this much. I've seen my entire life. Porn ruins sex in relationships. It ruins it. I have seen this my entire life. You guys, when I was a kid, I think the guy has since passed. There's this guy that used to work for my dad, and my dad's a vice president of a company, as you guys know, and worked very hard to get there. And anyway, one of his sales representatives was a pig. And I remember my dad coming home and telling my mother all stories about this piggish things he'd say in the office, around the office, things he would do. Well, one day he decides to send my father in the mail these dirty, I think it was like Playboy magazines and dirty movies, and thought it was funny to send that in the mail to my father's address, where he's got a wife and 2 kids. Guys, from then on out, I must have been like 7 years old, something like that. And I remember my dad talking about this, like opening the mail, like, oh my God, this is disgusting. What is this? Throwing it out. Like, what is wrong with him? Yeah, you know what's wrong with him? That guy couldn't keep a relationship, a marriage, nothing. For the next 30 years of my life, I heard all the countless stories about his life and what happened for him. And he ended up dying, and not a good death. It was very unpleasant. And I'm just saying, many of you think it's an innocent act. I can tell you from experience of having partners that would countlessly watch this stuff when I was not home. I did things at one point to try to get them to feel jealous because they were looking up all these things, and I wanted them to go through my computer and say, well, I'm doing it too. How do you like that? And I was just setting it up to look like I had. And a few times I watched things because I wanted to know, am I missing out on something? Will this maybe excite our sex life? Guys, porn has nothing to do with sex. Porn has nothing to do with sex. And I'm going to tell you, as God is my witness, porn brings very, very dark, evil things into your life. Paranormal. I have so many stories about that porn brings demons, and I know this from experience. Please trust me on this one. Get it out of your life. And if your partner's doing it, you need to get it out of their life. It's not healthy. It's not normal. If you have a different opinion from me, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But everything I've seen and the people I've worked with, and I've worked with a lot of people, I've not seen anything good come out of it. Okay. The next one, why your relationship isn't working. Addictions. Make sure you're taking care of that before entering into a relationship. Otherwise, your addiction is going to self-sabotage your new relationship and it is going to destroy it. Okay. You got to take care of business in that regard before you're even thinking about putting yourself out there for a healthy partner. Otherwise, you're going to be looking for a partner to save you, to help you, to get you through that. That's not anybody's job. It's your job to fix your own issues before you're ready and willing to jump into a full committed relationship. The next one. I see this time and time and time again. Hygiene. And letting yourself go. I've known a lot of people in my life. I know some people that are extremely good looking people, and they they fail to take care of their personal hygiene. All right. Or they let themselves go in the relationship. All right. Now, I want to state for the record, when a woman has a baby, when somebody is going through a ton of stress in a relationship and they either gain or lose weight, or they're under a serious state of depression, that's all set aside. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about, in particular, people that neglect things that is their business. That's your business. You got to take care of your own business. All right. Now, you can't imagine the things I hear in session, and you can't imagine the things I've personally been through myself. Do not, and I repeat this, do not let and allow your partner to be the one that has to come to you to say, hey, babe, your breath is off. Do not let it even get to that point. Okay. There are some people that just happen to neglect dental hygiene. Dental hygiene, let me tell you something. I know people that personally had something very special with somebody, but they couldn't do it. And it was in the early stages, and they walked away because they're like, you know what, that is not good. And it's telling me that like they don't have their priorities straight, yada, yada, yada. What I am telling you is this, and I'm going to tell you this from guys, I used to coach people to get jobs. I used to have to sit there and assess people on how they were dressed, if their fingernails were cut, if they had dirt under their fingernails. I've seen it all. You know how many people I've had to coach through their breath? There's a lot of things that could be going on with your breath. The first thing I'm going to say to you is this: if you have dental insurance, and even if you don't, okay, that should be a bill that you're prepared to pay once, if not twice a year, for a cleaning. Why? Do you guys realize that like bacteria in your mouth is creating the smell? That means that there is bad bacteria in your mouth. If you do not get that scraped out, taken care of, cleaned, okay, you can actually give your partner, you can make your partner sick. Yes, look this stuff up, you guys. It's serious stuff. Not to mention that it's very uncomfortable and offensive to your partner. You have got to be making sure that you are you got to take care of your business. This is your business. It's not your partner's business to have to come tell you ahead of time that you got to take care of business. You got to be flossing. You know how long it takes to floss your teeth twice a day? It takes a minute, you guys, to floss your teeth. Some of you need to scrape your tongue. You need to get a mouthwash that actually kills like bacteria, is for breath therapy. They call it. It's called breath therapy, Listerine. Some of you, it's your diet. You need to look into this. There's pills that you can take that you swallow that will help with everything coming out. You got to look into this stuff, you guys. You got to make this a priority in your life, because I cannot tell you how many people I've known where they're telling me this in sessions, and I too have gone through this. And you get to a point, you guys, you're not going to have this conversation with people. You're not. You're not signed up for this. This is your business. You got to take care of your business. You got to make sure that like you are very conscientious of making sure you're taking care. That is a big thing. Your mouth is going to be in front of somebody for the long haul. Okay. It's a very, very big thing. And I watch people neglect this. And then, you know, it's ruining, destroying relationships. And no one talks about this stuff, you guys. Like no one talks about this stuff that can really make or break a relationship. Some people, they've got sneakers that they don't realize they're sweating in their sneakers all the time, or in any of their shoes. And they like to wear their favorite shoes a lot. And their shoes really smell like feet. They're not putting any odor eaters in their socks or their shoes. They don't even know because they don't even smell it themselves. Okay. You got to take care of your own business. You got to take care of your business. I got people I'm working with, you guys, coming to me. I'm serious now. I'm going to say it like it is. I really like this woman. Now, obviously, I work with people of all differentiating backgrounds. And I got a lot of people living, you know, different lives than I tell you guys you should be living. Trace, I really like her, but her cooter smells. Or I got the opposite. A woman comes and tells me, I really like him, but down there is just something not right. Okay, so guys, you got to take care of your business. This is not your partner's business to be showing you that your business is off. Okay, be conscientious and take note. How is your diet? What are you doing? You got to take this stuff seriously, guys. Or I hear about my wife let herself go. My husband has let himself go. It makes me feel little because in the beginning, they were really into impressing me. And now they don't want to impress me. Is it something I'm doing? Guys, I see this all the time. Please listen to me. Take care of your business. Do not wait for somebody that you love to have to come to you and tell you, hey, I don't know what's going on in there or going on down there or going on down there, but you got to take, you know, don't wait for that, you guys. Take the responsibility and take care of yourself. It's very attractive when somebody is taking care of themselves top to bottom and really on top of it. All right. So take note. If this is applying to you, it is applying to you, and there's no need for anything else. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is something I know to be true. The next one is internet usage around one another. How many times we see it? People sitting in the restaurants. They're across the way from one another. They're not even talking. People sitting on the couch next to one another. They're not even talking. They're both on their phones. What the heck is this? Put your phone down, all right? And put some time into this person that should be getting your time productively. None of this. Put your phone in another room if you have to, if you have no self-control. It's destroying your relationship. It's killing it. The last thing I just mentioned, that's killing the vibe. This is killing the vibe too. All these things are killing the vibe. You guys, I know, I've been there. Okay, I've been married. I know, I can speak on this stuff. Next one. Excuse me. You're not meeting your partner's needs. You're not meeting your partner's needs. Do you even know your partner's attachment style? Have you ever learned about attachment styles in relationships? You probably should. Look it up. Some of you don't even know your partner's attachment style, and you're thinking about your own needs instead of your partner's needs. And you need to think about your partner is a different person than you altogether, different background, different experiences. Do you even know what they need? Do you even know their likes? Do you even know the things that they would want to do on the weekends, or their hobbies or their sporting thing? Do you even know these things, or is it just all about like what you want to do on the weekends? Relationships, you guys, take sacrifice. Sometimes you're going to have to take one for the team and go play a round of golf because your partner enjoys playing golf. So suck it up and go play some golf. All right? You don't get to do only what you want to do in the relationship. If you like to play tennis, wouldn't it be cool, even if your partner sucks at it, to come play with you? Because they're being a part of something that you like to do. That's what it's all about. Don't be selfish and self-absorbed with just what you want to do. The next one I have on here is not truly knowing your partner before saying the words, I do. You don't even know this person. You know what, guys? I remember, this is probably going back 20 years ago. There was some kind of like game show. I remember going to my parents' house during the week when I used to, my band used to practice around here, and I was living in the city. We come out here for practice, and sometimes I stop at my parents'. I remember there was this game show, and it was really, really interesting. And the host was asking, these people were supposed to be getting married, right? And the host was asking them these questions like, so what is your fiance's favorite color? Who is your fiance's childhood best friend? Where did your fiance go to grammar school? And wouldn't you know, none of these people could even answer the questions, most of them. And the ones that could, you could see the difference. There was something special between the two of them. You could see it because it was two people paying attention to each other and who each other were, and wanting to know about the person you're with. You know how many people get into relationships and their person doesn't even ask them any questions about them ever? Never asks any questions. It's just all them doing all the talking, or taking the floor every chance they get, and they don't even ask. Don't even want to know about you and what you like, and what were you like as a child, and what were you like as a kid. We don't even see any of this, you guys. And this is the kind of thing you want to see from your partner. You want to know like that they're paying attention and they want to know about you and what your favorite color is, as simple as that is, and your favorite thing to do, and who's your favorite teacher when you grew up and why. That stuff matters, you guys. It really does. And we get on to the next one here I have, is not listening. Most people in life are really, really good at talking. Really good at it, but not so much listening. 2 years ago, I don't know, for those of you that picked up on it, I don't really talk about personal relationships on here, and I haven't for a while. Had a little bout of it in the fall, and that was just ridiculous. But this was ridiculous too. But you can't make this up. I was dating somebody for about 5 months that lived in Mexico. All right. And without getting too into it, it was obviously a long distance thing. And when I finally went out there, and of course, he was very close to most of my friends that live in San Diego. And that's why I decided to go out there, because if something went strange, I could easily go stay with any of them in San Diego. So I didn't want him to come here. I wanted to go there first. And he didn't listen to anything I told him. I remember repeating like major stories of my life several times. And the last straw for me was my grandmother had died towards the end of 2020, my grandmother died, and it was my dad's mother, and I was devastated. And I had called to tell him, and I think I left him a message, and he sent me this text message that was like, I am so sorry that your grandfather died. I know how great he was, and he made all the things in your yard, and he was such a such a wonderful person in your life. And I'm going, what? I can't tell you guys how many times I remember telling him the story about my grandfather dying on Thanksgiving Day in 1997 when I was a sophomore in high school. And I was just like, I don't even have any words to respond to this. He sent it to me in an email. Then when he realized he made a mistake, he nonchalantly just made an email saying, oh, sorry, I meant your grandmother. But I just ordered a gift for your grandfather anyway, and it's coming in the mail. And it was like, what? Like, if I had done that to my, boyfriend of 6 months and made that mistake, I would have been mortified, and like, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I just said that. That was so stupid. He didn't listen to a stinking thing about me or my life. He didn't. And for whatever is going on with him, that's not my problem. But that kind of thing, I don't tolerate. I don't put up with. If people don't have self-awareness, listening skills, they're so eager to talk and not listen. They are just all about themselves and self-absorbed, and don't even listen to you. Like, what is the point? What is the point? Okay. So anyway, that's just an example of like, excuse me, like, no way. You got to listen to your partner. You have to show interest, even if they're talking about something that you don't even find interesting. They do. So lend your ear. Okay. Here's my next thing that makes or breaks relationships. People stop courting and dating and getting to know one another. Guess what? You could learn something new about your partner every single day or every single week. You could learn something new about your partner. Problem is, now we live in this have to have it now world. What's the next best thing? Swipe left, swipe right. Instagram's, you're scrolling. You don't realize what's that doing to your brain. You don't even, you tied the knot or whatever, and you stopped caring about your partner. You stopped pursuing them, courting them, wanting and looking forward to getting to know them every day. A lot of people stopped keeping some kind of a mystery to themselves. Don't get lazy, you guys. If you've got a good catch, understand something. Other people out there know that you have a good catch. They know it, and they're watching. Most people nowadays, they're on social media. And let me tell you something. People are watching from afar, waiting to see what's going to happen with you guys. So you've got a good catch. You don't want to fall into this trap of, letting yourself go, getting lazy, not caring, not pursuing your partner still, even after you're married, pursuing them, right? The next thing that can happen with relationships, I've seen this one time and time again, you're letting your family problems affect your relationship. Okay. It could be your daughter's problems, your son's problems, your own mother's problems that she's bringing into your relationship. Your uncle is having financial difficulties and calling you every night. And next thing you know, you're allowing other people's problems, could be a friend, to set into your relationship and affect your relationship. You have got to have boundaries. If you want to have a strong, healthy relationship with someone, there is such a thing as being too close with family members. And I have seen this my entire life. They're too involved in your life, or you're too involved in their life. Mind your business. Know when to say that's their business and this is my business. Their life is not your life. Their life should not be affecting your life, and vice versa. You could have very strong opinions on things. They could have very strong opinions on what's going on in your relationship, but you cannot let or allow what's going on with them and their dramas and things of that nature to affect your own relationship. And I've seen this happen. All right. The next thing I have on this list, you're not bettering yourself after getting into a relationship. You guys, you all should have your own goals or your own hobbies or your own thing that at any given point, if somebody was to leave you, you could say to yourself, I can hold my own. I can take care of myself. I know how to pay my own bills. I'm never going to stop caring about these things that interest me or these goals that I had set up before I even met this person. You got to keep all those things to yourself. And what happens sometimes is we get in relationships, we get codependent with one another. We don't focus in on those sides of ourselves that we should, that makes us who we are, that we have passions towards, that we love to do. Each person, I believe, should have their own personal goals that they both have together, and goals that maybe they want to have, further on out, that they're trying to reach. But don't ever just throw in the towel like, oh, I'm good. Like this person's going to take care of me and I'm going to take care of them. And we're just going to give up on like who we really are as individuals. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Ask yourself right now, what are your goals? Ask yourself if you're not fulfilling them and why. You might be listening to this video and you are in a relationship. It's very important. What do you want to have accomplished in the next decade? You should know, you should have some kind of idea. And if you don't, start asking yourself that question, because it's very important to your individuality that is very separate from your own partner. And you should have that and you should keep that. And that should be yours, that nobody can touch, no matter what. And then you can ask yourselves, what do we as a thing that's together, what do we want to accomplish together? And then get to work. Last but not least in this video, guys, I know this is a long one. What makes a relationship truly work, not work? Communication. I'm a communications major. I've taken a lot of classes on the breakdown of communication. And when this happens, and all the things I'm describing to you right now, if you don't, in this video, if you do not address, if you do not take care of, resentments ride high, and they will be sitting upon a person time. And what happens, you're not communicating what's happening for you or your experience in this relationship. Or maybe you are communicating, but the other person isn't listening. Then there becomes the communication breakdown. You don't even want to speak about it because they're not listening anyway, right? What does the person do when you tell them that something is bothering you? If someone is working by the ego, automatically they're going to be on the defense. They're going to tell you it was you. This is narcissism. It was you. You made me do it. You do that. Oh, well, you do it too, or you do this. You ever notice with the narcissist, you will bring up something that's bothering you. They got to turn it around to like, well, last week you didn't do any of the dishes. And you're not even talking about dishes. You're talking about that they hurt your feelings. Now, if the dishes had really bothered them, you would think a mature person would have brought that up last week when they saw the dishes, right? That's the ego. Now, the authentic self, if somebody is living by that, they will want to hear what you have to say. Because why? They want to be on the same page with you. They want to fix it. They don't want you going off and assuming things or having no closure on something that you've wanted to talk about or say. They're not going to sit there and watch you cry. All right? They're not going to sit there and watch you cry and just walk away, let you be hurt without saying at least something like, hey, I'm sorry that I don't feel the same way about this topic or even what you're talking about or describing. I'm just going to sit there and do that. They're going to at least say something, because why? And this is my very last point, is respect. If you do not have respect, mutual respect between two people, you have got nothing. Nothing. And what is respect? Respect is never even thinking about deleting a conversation out of your phone. Never even thinking about not telling your partner something, even if it's uncomfortable. Never even thinking about going outside of the relationship to fix your problems, whether that even means that you're talking to family and friends about personal things. Respect. You got nothing if you don't have respect. Codependency will destroy a relationship. What is codependency? My definition of codependency is not having any sort of individualism, allowing somebody to crap on you time and time again, and just watching yourself complain about it to other people, not doing anything about it. That becomes your identity, is what the person is doing to you. Now you're codependent on their toxicity. You're allowing yourself to live in it. And you're tolerating things from somebody just to have somebody. Codependency, you're not respecting yourself. See what I'm saying? If you don't have that respect, and it starts with yourself. Yes, it starts with yourself. If you don't have that, you've got nothing. You've got no foundation to work off of. You got nothing. You have to love your partner so much so that you'd never want to hurt them. And if they hurt you, you either need to make a decision right there and then to walk away and let yourself be angry. Yeah, you're going to be angry. But don't expect that either you're going to walk away or you're going to tell them that what they did was hurtful and you're going to try and fix it. But there are certain things, you guys, that are unfixable. And I talk about those things on my channel. They're not fixable. Cheating on somebody, cheating on your partner is not fixable. I'm sorry. I don't believe that it is at our age. No, we're grown adults. We might have gone through those things in our teens and early 20s, and we should have learned, you don't do those things to people. And even mature, I work with mature 20-year-olds. They don't do those things to people. There's no excuse for cheating. Okay, there's none. And we got a lot of women out there in particular that like to say, oh, well, if he had treated me better, I wouldn't have done this. They justify their actions and their behaviors. I work with a lot of women. No, it's never okay. There's never a time for it. You either you have integrity. You have the integrity to say, I'm not going to allow this to happen. I'm going to make a decision before I was to walk outside of this relationship and this marriage. Just don't do it. Guys will do it and they'll just hide it, bury it till the day they die. They think if they bury something like that to the day they die, guys, it's affecting your relationship. There are things that are not forgivable. You got to understand that. All right. And the very last thing, but the most important thing I could ever say to any of you that I have learned, and this is the truth right here. If God is not at the center of your relationship, you're always going to be in your head. To me, it is the most important thing you could possibly do, is have God in your relationship. And if you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. I've been there, done that. And I'm speaking tonight from experience, from wisdom, from knowledge. I have been there, done all of that. And I want to share tonight in the hopes that I can help you guys recognize what is breaking down relationships and what you need to do to make a relationship. You need to make sure, first and foremost, this person is your friend. Above all else, they are your friend. You can call them that, and you mean it when you say, this is my friend. They have my back. They have proven to me they're my friend. They know me when I am my best, and they have seen me at my worst. And they will never use that against me because they know me and they know my heart and my spirit and my soul. That is the most important thing. And that takes time. This is not a rat race to hurry up and find someone that's going to entertain you, or someone that you can run around and call your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. No, it's much greater and deeper than that. And to me, God's got to be at the center. Well, that's my message, you guys. My voice is gone. It's shot. Hopefully next few people, they just they just do most of the talking. And I just I hope this helps. And I'll be back on when I don't sound so hoarse. I am Trace Face, and as always, it's time that we face the truth together.